The Pawn Stars first aired in 2009. Now in its 15th season, the show is about the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, a business run by the Harrison family. People come from all over and try to buy or sell items that they have no idea the actual worth of. Of course, the customers can come back and buy the items back, but most just get the cash they came for and never look back. It's up to the workers whether or not they want to cut a deal or lowball them for the items, while also trying to make some money themselves. Not every item is a priceless antique worth thousands, but on some occasions, there are some rare one-of-a-kind finds. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of the items featured that were worth every penny. Edward Curtis Photographers. One of the biggest profits that the Harrisons ever turned happened 2 decades ago. Before the show was ever even an idea, it not only served to teach you guys a lesson in what's valuable and what's not. One woman brought in 4 sets of photographers by the famous American photographer Edward Curtis. Their early photographic process was copper plates, gelatin paper, and an etching process to create the images. Rick had no idea that they were valuable, or simply a neat novelty item. But as the woman only wanted $50 for them, he decided to take the gamble and hope that it might pay off. After the deal was made, he decided to investigate in the backgrounds of the sets a little more, and was shocked and delighted to discover that they were worth more than a pretty penny. Rick sold them for $20,000, making an extremely tidy profit. If he had passed them over thinking that they were too obscure, he wouldn't have made a single dime.
And they'd probably go somewhere $15,000.
Sunken treasure. We've all heard the expression, whatever floats your boat. But what about whatever rings your bell? A woman came into the store hoping to gain a little extra cash for an upcoming move, bringing with her a 17th century ship's bell. She had no clue what it was worth, so it was up to the guys to see if it was a real treasure or just a mirage. The late Harrison family patriarch Rick, Old Man Harrison, was convinced the bell was a replica as he couldn't spot any obvious signs of erosion from seawater or signs that it had ever really been used. However, when they brought it to an expert, it was confirmed as an original bell from 1602. Most shipwrecks were in shallow water, explained the professional, which is why the bell had no saltwater damage. Not many of these are still kicking around, making it a rare find. It was valued at a whopping $15,000. Needless to say, the woman was overjoyed and quickly shook a deal with Pawn Stars, going away to buy a flat-screen TV for her new home. Her removal guys probably got an extra tip too.
$11,000.
$11,000.
$11,000.
Okay.
Spanish Fleet's gold coin. They say that everything that glitters isn't gold, but in this case, it definitely is. In 1715, a Spanish ship carrying millions of pesos of gold and silver was hit by a hurricane while journeying from Cuba to Spain. The ship was badly damaged in the storm and sank to the bottom of the ocean, just off the coast of Florida. While many scrambled to recover the enormous fortune, few got their hands on it. One man, Jody, was lucky enough to inherit one of the recovered coins from a relative. Although he knew what it was, he didn't really know how much it was worth and hoped to get around $2,000 for it. Quite a meager sum. Once again, Rick Harrison was suspicious about the coin's authenticity and called in the experts to verify. To his surprise, the expert confirmed that it was an 8 escudos that was minted in Lima, Peru, and was worth a sweet $18,000. Rick managed to negotiate a deal with Jody, who walked away with $11,000 in his back pocket and a smile on his face. It certainly put a spring in Rick's step too.
I'm asking $20,000 for the Atlanta one, $10,000 for the Barcelona.
Joe Green's Olympic medals. Even champion athletes can fall on hard times. Joe Green, the Olympian bronze medalist that competed in the 1992 and 1996 games, turned out to the Harrison shop when he was in some desperate need for some cash. Wanting to hawk his prize medals, the exchange was featured on the first ever episode of Pawn Stars and was bittersweet, with Rick going on to tell ESPN that he felt bad for the Olympian, as it was all that Green had. Despite the 2 medals together being worth $30,000, the Harrisons promised to never sell them in case Green wanted to buy them back later, although some reports suggest that they were listed on eBay in August 2009. A sad time for Jumpin' Joe Green, but a profitable one for the Harrisons. Nonetheless, Green wouldn't be the last athlete to trade in his highly praised trophy either. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching.